Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by your local Fairway food store.
We're a Van Meter marching band and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
Big shout out to the band there. Awesome sights out of Van Meter. Great slate of games for you tonight. It is week 6. I cannot believe it. We're already here, only a few games left in the regular season. And let's start with our game of the week. A great showdown between I-35 and ACGC. Now, the Roadrunners came in hot off of 2 straight wins over Nodaway Valley and Panorama. Meanwhile, you got the Chargers, who are a perfect 5-0, out to one of their best starts in school history. And with that, they've really proven that they are a top contender. We've got we're going to start with Indianola and Norwalk. Maybe, maybe not. Let's actually go to the Chargers taking on I-35 here, all right? Let's just get right into the highlights and get going with it. It was the pink out game. Chargers rocking those gray unis. Got to love the look out there. And a big run here off the top. Gavin Corneliuson take it up the gut, finds a hole. Big 40-yard pickup. He's a big man, tough to bring down. However, they get stopped on 4th down after a toss backwards. That's going to lead to no gain, really. Tough defense there from the Roadrunners. Roadrunners are fast. Roadrunners are tough. I-35 goes 3 and out in their next drive. Corneliuson, again, a big gain down the middle of the field. They cap off the drive with a touchdown as Brock Littler keeps it, finds the end zone, breaks the plane, and he's in easy. 7-0 ACGC, just like that. They find themselves with the ball. 28 seconds left in the half. Cade Jensen takes the handoff, breaks several tacklers, and sets the Chargers up on the 20-yard line. Just can't beat that last guy. But that's all right, because from there, I-35 comes up with the big stop. They force the fumble, recover it, and that would end the half. A tough way to end it for the Chargers. I-35, though, going to attempt the onside kick to start the half, but that fails. Chargers take it over with a short field. Jensen finding some running room, picks up 15 there. Strong, lowers the shoulder. It's a few more at the end of it. Jensen going to keep the ball a second time, finishing the drive. Diving for the touchdown, 14-0. I-35 looking to get back into the game as Logan Cassidy, he's going to bounce it out to the left side, finds some running room, goes down the sidelines. Big gain there for the QB. Takes a big lick at the end of it. However, the Chargers defense comes up with a 4th down stop. Cassidy tackled behind the sticks. That's a swarm of gray you don't want to see. ACGC, another big win, 6-0. 35-6 with the win over I-35 tonight. And that was our game of the week, voted on by you, the fans. And that was a great game at that. And with that, you know, we're going to open it up for voting once again for our week 7. We had over 3,000 votes this week. Let's see if we can top that 5,000 mark. Here are the 4 games that you can vote on this week for our game of the week. Let's check that out. Pull it up right there. Centennial versus Northwest, a great matchup between the Jags and the Wolves, 2 schools that have been part of splitting community school districts. Then you got Lennox versus Martinsdale St. Mary's. This 8-player matchup has fireworks written all over it. Pocahontas area versus Southeast Valley, 2 schools we haven't seen a lot of this year, but they're a combined 9-1. Southeast Valley touts one of the state's best recruits. Then you have Harlan versus ADM. You know, Harlan, perennial power, visiting an ADM Tigers team that was the visitor in our game of the week just a couple of weeks back at Winterset, so they'd love nothing more than a little bit of redemption. Now, meanwhile, you got the Van Meter Bulldogs in Class 1A who have shown that they are the team to beat. They're a clear-cut favorite, especially after the way last year ended. They have not forgotten. You got Nodaway Valley, though, on the other side with 3 losses on the year. They want to come out and upset the Bulldogs. Could they do it? It's a tough ask. Let's find out. Let's pull up those highlights from Van Meter. And boy, was it a good one there. It's October, homecoming night in Van Meter. Beautiful sights down there. Anything just southwest of the metro, take a drive. Fall colors are gorgeous this time of year. Top-ranked Bulldogs looking for another shutout. Bulldogs go to work. Dalton Van Pelt up the middle. Dragging defenders for the 1st down. Later in the drive, it's Van Pelt again off the tackle. Walks into the end zone for the first score. 7-0 Bulldogs. Kid can do it all on the ground. How about some special teams? Bulldogs blocking the punt. That's a lot of hands in the way. Gordon recovers inside the 5-yard line. They're trying to advance it to the end zone, but, you know, from there, easy money. Guess what? You have Van Pelt in fantasy football. You're cashing in a lot right now. I should have added him this year. Tack on another early for the running back. Nice run up the gut. Bulldogs defense was all over the place, too. Carter Durflinger in on the sack for the Wolverines quarterback there. Tough night for him. Then it's a pack of Bulldogs Another TFL, nothing doing for Nodaway Valley tonight. But here's a play of the night candidate, Jack Pettit, the quarterback. Looking for his go-to guy, Gannon Archer, then laterals to the big man, hook and ladder, Casey Trudeau. The O-lineman, look at the wheels, Trudeau is in the end zone. It's 21-0 Bulldogs at that point. Van Meter rolls to a 56-0 win over Nodaway Valley. They're averaging like 70 points a game right now, so good stuff out of them. All right, Winterset Huskies have just one loss to their name, and that was to the Van Meter Bulldogs earlier this season. Tonight, they welcome in Glenwood, a team at 3-2 that might surprise people. Their record is that because perennially, they're a really good team. Let's get down to Winterset for another fun one down there. The Huskies looking for a good dub against the Rams. A lot of fans in the stands tonight down there in Winterset. Glenwood down 6 late in the second. Quarterback Tate Mayberry calls his own number. Mayberry looking for the sideline. He gets the corner, picks up 30 on the play. It's a huge gain for Glenwood. This time then Mayberry showing off a little bit of touch, finds Nolan Little alone. He makes a cut, gets him down inside the 10. Looking like the Iowa Hawkeyes out there right there. Tick, tick, tick before the half. Rams going for the field goal. This one is up and it is good. 14-11 at the half. Different story in the second half though. Huskies ramping it up on defense. This is where they win football games, folks. Big stop here on 4th down, just clogging up the middle. And then a little trickeration. Cameraman Colin Cahill gonna lose it for a second. He's a new guy, don't worry, he's gonna get used to it really quick, but you should leave Dawson Forgy wide open. I mean, wide open. It works. Walking into the end zone, 20-11. Winterset at that point. Huskies moving again. Caden Kleemeyer finds his tight end, Nathan Avery. Another big pickup there. Nice catch. Then watch the trap and the patience. Grant Vanderwater will break 2 tackles here. Sheds them like it's no big deal. Then drags the defender into the end zone for the tough Huskies touchdown. They go on to win tonight 40-11 over the Rams. Don't sleep on Winterset in Class 4A this year, folks. All right, let's get over to Knoxville and Saydel. Knoxville quarterback Noah Kiefer hands off to Tristan DeYoung for the big gain out to the left side. Saydel struggling to bring him down there before he gets out of bounds. Kiefer then handing off to Gavin Montalvo. This is going to be a nice little short pickup here, nice little pitch out. He's got a couple blockers in front of him. Weaving his way through, gets taken down finally there. And then Hayden Jones going to take the handoff, and he is going to run it in for the Knoxville tutty. Out wide he goes. Left side, has some blockers, muscling his way to the corner. There you go. Extra point is no good. Knoxville led 6-0 after that TD. Saydel's first possession now. A 3-and-out punt. Knoxville's Montalvo going to take the handoff for a short gain after that incomplete pass there. So here comes Knoxville with the ball back. First we got more Saydel though. They're trying to move the ball through the air. Just no dice. A couple of overthrows there for the Eagles. Just a tough day out there. Here goes Knoxville now. Montalvo takes a handoff. Short little pickup here off the left side. Good pursuit. Gets taken down by the horse collar there. Hope he's okay after that one. Then Kiefer connects with Connor Leslie for another short gain. This one was back and forth all night long. Stayed pretty close, actually. These two teams both were looking for their first win of the season. Montalvo taking the handoff to the 2-yard line here. 24-14. Knoxville does get the win over Saydel. A lot of big hits out there between these two teams. Good win there, though, for the Panthers. All right, time now to jump into social media. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. Use hashtag Local5Blitz every Friday night. We'll be sure to get you on air through here. Let's go ahead and pull up social media, what we saw on Twitter, Facebook, etc. Let's start with Jamie DeMoney, followed by a 5-yard touchdown pass. Brady Blake to fellow 23 grad Kingery. Norwalk 28, Indianola 17. We'll get you full highlights from this one. A great showdown down there in Norwalk in Class 4A. You do not want to miss 2 top 10 teams there. All right, let's pull up the next one here, and we've got Glenwood Rams, Gavin Shaw with the 27-yard field goals. Time expires in that first half. Rams trailed 14-11 at the half. Winterset, though, going on to get the big win there. Next tweet. Can't speak today. I need to get off Twitter. Let's just start up TikTok. I've got a producer out here, I think, who loves TikTok. All right, we got WHS student section. She shook her head no. All right, we're going to get her hooked on TikTok soon enough. Billy's Army forever. Great to see the green out there. Let's keep going with these. A beautiful night for some football, and there's your final from Van Meter, 56-0 over Nodaway Valley. A tough one there for Nodaway Valley. Van Meter, though, just keeps rolling. They're averaging some insane offensive numbers this year, but it's really the defense that truly impresses me. They keep winning games with that defense. Hashtag Roll Dogs from the Van Meter Football Twitter account. Let's go with one more. Let's check and see what we've got for that last one. Joe Randleman. Ballard returns the favor against Nevada. Jackson Fleischman with an INT to end a Cub drive deep in Bomber territory. Nice shot there from Ballard. Of course, they've got the new field. They went from grass to full turf. And we'll get you highlights, I believe, from that one in just a bit as well between Nevada and Ballard. So a lot of great action still to come here on the Friday Night Blitz. We're your one-stop shop for all the action across central Iowa. We'll get you more highlights next, including, you know what, we got a lot of good stuff from Southeast Polk taking on Linn-Mar in a top 10 matchup in Class 5A. That's next. Alrighty, welcome back into the Friday Night Blitz. Time now for our first play candidate of the night. It's going to be Knoxville quarterback Noah Kiefer. Nowhere to throw it, so he's just going to say, you know what, see you later, guys. I'm tucking, I'm running, cuts through the defense, jukes the defender at the 40-yard line, keeps it running all the way down to the 20. Impressive stuff there from the Knoxville quarterback for that pickup. One more look at it. Yeah, nowhere to go with it. This is the best thing you can do, kids. All you young quarterbacks out there, just tuck and run. High school football, you can make plays a lot easier just saying, you know what, see you later. We'll go with it. Alrighty, a lot of good stuff there. Welcome back into the Friday Night Blitz. Southeast Polk is a team that has been motivated all season long, but they're coming off of a tough loss against Ankeny. Nothing better than bouncing back with a big win, but they'd have to get through Linn-Mar, a top 5 team as well in Class 5A. Dave Bingham has all the action from over in Pleasant Hill.
For the first time this year, we have 5A football. In 5A football, there are no districts. There's some groups, but everything goes by RPI. Linn-Mar, unbeaten, one of the highest RPI teams in the state, travel to Central Iowa to take on Southeast Polk.
Here we go, a hot and muggy night for Southeast Polk. Wampa and Daly leading the crew out on the first drive. Jackson Daly goes up top to Titus Christensen out of the backfield. Huge pickup there. They're in business. And then a little throwback wheel route to Titus for the touchdown. The Rams on a roll here. Titus would leave the game with an injury on the next series. He didn't play the rest of the game. Boy, the Lions got a great quarterback in McCade Jelenic, and he finds Cam Gunther here for 76 yards to answer. We are tied. More Southeast Polk, though. Look at Daly to Falloon, and then Falloon runs out of a tackle and takes us 56 yards. The Rams in business with another touchdown, but third and long now for Linn-Mar and the Lions. Jelenic just buying some time, rolling out to his right, and he fires to his main man Gunther again for the touchdown. A big touchdown for the Lions on this one.
So in second half, it was all Southeast Polk, including this beautiful pass, Jackson Daly to Cole Falloon, and that'll do it. 38-15 the final. The Rams get it done, and we'll show you more of those highlights on Dome Dynasty's Facebook and Twitter, so make sure you check that out. You can check that out anytime, along with the stuff that we do right here on the Friday Night Blitz. John, I'm going to send it back to you.
Really appreciate that. Let's get over to Nevada taking on Ballard on the road in Huxley there. And homecoming week, fans are pumped. Who doesn't love good homecoming night? Ballard busting through the banner. Nevada's first offensive play, James Edwards hits Caden De Silva for the touchdown. Big playmaker there at wideout. Then Aiden Freeman, an attack on the PAT. Kickers need love too, with that beautiful sky in the background there. All right, then Ashton Herman dropping back, lets it go, but gets picked off by Seth Brown. Brown working the other way, has some room to work, finally gets hauled down by a couple of Huxley offensive players. Then Edwards in the second quarter looking for Colin Memmer, but finds Jackson Fleischman instead. Impressive pickoff there. And then on 4th and short, Eli Rouse takes the handoff, and he'll see you later. 4th and short, well, I'm going to just turn it into a touchdown. See you at the end zone. He has reservations for 6. That is a bomber touchdown. They tack on the PAT, tying it at 7 late in the half, but second half, this one turned out to be all Nevada. 34-13 is your final. Now, the biggest matchup in Class 5A was happening right behind me here at Valley Stadium. It was Ankeny taking on West Des Moines Valley, and boy, did it have some fireworks tonight. Let's get to the highlights here. A fun one in West Des Moines. The Valley cheerleaders getting the crowd warmed up before that homecoming game. Homecoming games everywhere you look. I remember homecoming from high school. Roosevelt did not have as much success then as they do now. The Tigers taking the field. Let's pick the action up in the first quarter. Hawks on the board first with a score of 7-0 when Valley's Mason Morrow hits junior Aiden Price on the crossing route. Price is right for Valley. Score tied at 7 apiece. Hawks answer right back. J.J. Cole, the youngin, dropping back, airs it out to Will Heinrichs on the far side of the field. And Heinrichs can just trot right across the goal line. 14-7. Ankeny takes the lead back and forth. They continue to go. Tigers on their own 25 when Danny Rankins gets the handoff, weaves his way through traffic, and then he's off to the races here. 75 yards. This ball game was knotted at 14. This is likely a play candidate of the night as well. Just hits the Jets, and no one's catching him at that rate. I can't run that fast. I never could run that fast, and I'm envious of those who can. Tigers fans loving what they see from their offense tonight. In second quarter, it's Cole again near the Valley 30-yard line. Gonna hit Heinrichs once again. This is like a law firm, let's say that. The Cole Heinrichs Law Firm again for what looked like a modest game, but he keeps his legs moving, powers through for the score. Hawks up by 7, but these teams came to play. It's Valley's Morrow again on his own 25, taking the snap, goes to the air, finds Cade Grevengode all alone down the middle of the field, no one even close to him, and that's as easy as it gets, folks. Strolls into the end zone, game tied at 21.5. Second half had plenty of scoring, but Valley walking it off at the end, 38-35. They do stun number 1 Ankeny. Huge win there for them. All right, let's get up to Johnston. They're hosting Dowling Catholic tonight. The Maroons maybe down a little bit this year in comparison to past. In the middle of the third quarter, Dowling a huge lead, 24-3. Carson Brown caught a 25-yard pass. He runs it into the end zone. This would make it 31-3 after he stretches through the pylon. Then Carson Hagen forcing a sack. Just gets to the quarterback, stopping that Johnston offense. Then Dowling gets the ball back. Adam Townsend runs it in for a 30-yard score, just weaving his way through that second level. Once Dowling got the ball back, they tried running it on 4th and 12. They failed. Game ends 38-3, your final. Dowling, big statement win there over the Dragons. Alrighty, up next, it's a top 10 showdown as Ankeny and the Jayhawks, Ankeny Centennial, I should say, and the Jayhawks clash with the Jags. We'll get you some more 5A action when we come back. Welcome back in Class 5A, there are no districts, it's strictly groups, as Dave Bingham had mentioned earlier in the show. But two teams that have shown a propensity for the upsets, Urbandale and Ankeny Centennial. Those two meeting tonight, both have some solid wins on their record. Tonight, though, might be the best test of both of their seasons. Let's get up to Ankeny Centennial. Getting some great recognition up there. Second quarter started with no touchdowns on the scoreboard, 3-3 game. Centennial's Peyton Good hands it off to Trey Porter for a 30-yard pickup. Porter has really come onto the scene this year. Strong run. It's hauled down on the sidelines. Then Centennial runs in a 1-yard score to make it 10-3 in the second quarter. Just a log jam of bodies right there on the goal line. After Urbandale gets the ball back, it's Zach English forcing the fumble for the Jags, which was recovered by Centennial's Bo Gerke. With the ball back, Centennial goes right back to work trying to throw downfield, but guess what? Cole Garwood has other ideas. Not so fast. Centennial was not able to score, keeping the score 10-3 to end the half. This one stayed tight. Urbandale comes back big in the second half, though, to win it 19-18. Your final. That's a big win for the Jayhawks there. All right. Houston West taking on Des Moines East, and let's get to it. Devin Fry passing to Lamarion Mothershed, and a great crowd out there at Williams Stadium. West getting to work. They find some rhythm here. Nice little move. He's wrapped up and thrown out of bounds. And Fry to Drew Benson. Benson on the toss, weaving his way back across the field, but East getting after it again. Now, it's the quarterback. Launch to Quentin McDonald. Just off the mark. You want that one back because, you know, don't always get those opportunities. But here comes East with the handoff. A short little gain here for the Scarlets. Then it's Kavian Hayes. Hard hit to Darius Sirleaf. Sirleaf here just takes a lick. That's a truck stick if I've ever seen one. Then Antonio Medina Jr. fighting off some tackles. Eventually goes down here for Sioux City West. Not a lot of scoring while we were there tonight. It's East Jakari Patton running it in for the touchdown, though. This was pretty decisive play there for East High. They do go on to win tonight, 27-21. Cameraman almost gets run over, but good news for him and good news for East. It's just a touchdown. Alrighty, coming up here on Friday Night Blitz, we've got plenty more action, including a big showdown in Class 4A. Indianola taking on Norwalk. Alrighty, time now for our second play candidate of the night. So many big plays out there, but this one coming to you from Dowling. The 25-yard pitch, sheds a tackle and dives for the pylon. The coordination this takes, just insane. One more look at it, gets it, touchdown. Dowling wins big over Johnston tonight, That is a great play candidate, number 2. One more left to get through, and then our play of the week will be announced later on in the show as well. Now, tonight in Class 4A, you had the top-ranked Indianola Indians going on the road to Norwalk. Both these teams know just how big this game is. For the Indians, they knew they had to take care of business if they want to continue those title hopes and keep them alive.
Quality football team in Norwalk. This is a big rivalry game for both of us. So there's a lot at stake within the district play, and should be a very exciting football game.
Norwalk, I mean, they're always, in every sport we play them, it's always a battle. Past years, it's been, last year even, it was down to the last play. So it's always a fight with them, so it's always fun to watch.
That game is always a close football game. Last year it came down to an onside kick, you know, it was a 2-point ball game. Once again, it's a rivalry game. They have a unique offense and they really spread the field, so we're going to have to be very good tacklers and open field and line up, not give them, not have mental busts and give them some free touchdowns and scores, and then they're going to pressure us a lot on offense, so we're going to be able to have to be able to handle that up front.
They're physical, they fly around. We're going to attack them at all levels, run the ball, throw the ball, so we're going to see how they're going to try to control that.
It's going to be a hard-fought game. They have real good offense, real good defense. We're going to test on both sides of the ball. Other than that, we know what our game plan is, and if we go out and execute it, I'm not worried that we should come up with W.
We're expecting to win.
So the Warren County rivalry. Throw the records out the window because this one was a good old-fashioned football game down there in Norwalk. Let's get down there for it right from the get-go. Score of this game. Indianola's ball, 1st and 10 on the 40. Bennett Bruick throwing a long pass here to Carter Erickson. And he's going to run it all the way in for the score after almost getting hauled down at the 8. That's your first TD of the game. Norwalk with the ball now. Hochstein handing it off to Chase Monroe. He breaks several tackles here for the nice run. Here's your first touchdown from Indianola. That's that pass to Erickson. Got one highlight ahead of me. My fault there, folks. Fakes the handoff, rolls right. Here comes now the big run from Norwalk. Chase Monroe breaks several tackles. Nice run there. Norwalk 1 and 2. Hochstein takes the snap, keeps the ball, and he's going to get the tutty for Norwalk there. Now Indianola's ball back, 1st and 10. Bruick gonna fake the handoff, rolls to the right, throws it, but tough luck here, intercepted. That's right to the Norwalk hands. Norwalk on the 35 now. Hochstein looking deep for Dylan Rank, and he's finding his man. Look at the perfect rainbow right into his receiver's hands, brought down at the 6-yard line. A couple plays later, Hochstein thrown again to Rank for the touchdown. The PAT would be tacked on. It was 21-10 at that point. Norwalk goes on to end this one and upset Indianola 45-30. What a shootout that one was down there in Norwalk. All righty, let's keep it rolling. Montezuma Braves hosting Twin Cedars Sabres in some 8-man action, and the Braves going into tonight's game undefeated. Twin Cedars handoff here to Casey Clark. He's hit hard by Martavius Knox. Then head coach John Beck calling the plays from the sidelines. It's Twin Cedars try for the throw, picked up by Connor Van Zee for the pick 6. He's going the other way, 7-0 Braves. Twin Cedars trying to get the offense going. Wyatt Finley going to hit Casey Clark here, but guess what? He gets hammered by Eddie Burgess. Burgess, a big man. That one's going to leave a mark. All right, Montezuma with the ball. Handoff here to Connor Van Zee. He's going to run it in for the score, 14-0. The football team trying to follow the basketball team's lead after winning a state title this past winter. Burgess wants to be the man to lead them there. He's going to hit his go-to guy, Todd Geiger, for the score here. Nice little out route. Braves stay undefeated. 87, opposite the number on that man's jersey right there. 87-0 over Twin Cedars. All right, let's get over to North and Roosevelt. The Rough Riders, my hometown team. Let's pull it up if we've got it. Actually, we're going to pop over to Lincoln, Marshalltown. This one was a fun one. Marshalltown starts the game kicking off to Lincoln, goes the onside kick right off the top. They recover the ball to take the possession. Big play there for the Bobcats. After a couple plays, it's 3rd and 7 on the 7th. Marshalltown's Dalen Houston passing to Gannon Williams for the first score of this game. Marshalltown again kicking off to Lincoln. Again, why not do the onside kick? And again, it works. Marshalltown pulling out all those stops, and they cash in. Houston hands off to Nick Rebeck, who tries to hand off to Manny Krapaya for the reverse, but Lincoln's number 99 gets there and ends up recovering the fumble as well. Lincoln's ball, 2nd and 6 on the 32. Xander Kehoe hands off to Deshaun Coleman. He's fast, 27-yard pickup. Lincoln first down there. Lincoln continues to march down the field, 3-yard line here. Kehoe hands off to Josh Jenkins. He scores Lincoln's first touchdown of this game. PAT is good. 7-6 Marshalltown at that, or 7-6 Lincoln at that point. Lincoln going on to get the win over M-Town, 27-18. Alrighty, good action there in Class 5A as well. So now time to go over to social media once again. Again, use that hashtag Local5Blitz. We want to get you on air with your pictures from your Friday night games, wherever you're at across the state. Let's go ahead and pull up that social media right now for you. And here's a good one from Lincoln High School. Homecoming versus Marshalltown. Let's go Rails over there at Hutchins Stadium. Again, great little field there and a big win for the Rails over the Bobcats. Fun stuff. Let's pull up the next one after Lincoln there. You've got the Bobcats student section. Beautiful morning to beat Lincoln. Of course, they did not see what was coming. I like all the attempts to get the trickeration to pay off, but tough loss there for Marshalltown. Next, what do we got for you? Let's find out. It's the Maroon crew. You gotta love those Maroon student section. Touchdown Dowling, Adam Townsend, 32-yard run. It was a big win tonight for Dowling Catholic High School, and the dance team doing some high kicks, and then you've got a random student in there as well doing some high kicks, I believe. And I guess I need to work on my flexibility if I ever want to be part of the Dowling Catholic dance and cheer team. All right, up next, let's move on. We've got the Maroon crew once again. Beautiful sunset. The colors out there were spectacular. My 3-year-old was not quite as impressed when I called her over to the window. She said, "Where?" I said, "Right there." It's beautiful. Great shot there again from the Maroon student section. Let's get one more, I believe. See what we've got. It's the Valley High School Athletics and Activities. Homecoming royalty winners there. Congratulations. Again, homecoming season is such a blast. Congrats to all the homecoming kings and queens out there, and the courts as well. A lot of fun for homecoming, and maybe we need to dress up for homecoming next week. Maybe we'll make it Local 5 Blitz homecoming. I'll rent a tux or something. No? Okay, we'll find out. All right, coming up on the Friday Night Blitz, we've got even more action to get through, including a couple more big games. Don't turn the dial. Maybe go grab a drink, go grab a beverage or a snack item. Sit down with us and enjoy the next half hour. Welcome back in. Let's bounce back over to Southeast Polk. Dave Bingham with our interview of the night over in Pleasant Hill.
All right, welcome back out here. Southeast Polk a winner tonight. Coach Brad Zelenovich joining us for the Coach of the Week. You know, it's the middle of the season is always a grind. You had so many tough games, but Linn-Mar, one of the highest RPI teams out there, unbeaten. They were game. That's a good football team. You did really well in the second half.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we knew. They're 5-0 for a reason, and well coached and physical, and they do a good job. They got a good scheme. They don't beat themselves, and just kind of big plays in the first half, bad field position in the first half, and kind of had our backs against the wall. But then we just kind of wore them out in the second half and got after them a little bit.
The big touchdowns. What were some of the things that you look at? And obviously, doing a lot of the offensive stuff. What are you really proud of right now when you see some things happening? Because obviously Titus Christensen was injured tonight, but I think that you've gotten to the point where every high school coach has to. You have to get the next player to go, but what happened really well for you in the second half that you're proud of?
Well, we saw a lot of growth for some guys. I mean, we had 3 sophomores. When we started 3 sophomore line, 2 of them are out right now with injuries. We threw another one in there. Our senior tackle went out. Obviously, our tailback went out. So, you never know when you talk about that all the time with your guys, and sometimes they don't believe you, but, every rep matters, everything matters, and you never know when you're going to have an opportunity. And we had some guys grow up a little bit today, and we'll just have to continue to coach them. We got a long way to go. But yeah, we caught him in some matchups and some man coverage, and it helps having a senior quarterback. He made some throws, and Cole was able to make some plays. But yeah, we had some drops and some penalties that took us out of some drives. So we got some things to clean up. But win's a win. It's hard to win, and you play a 5-0. It seems like every week. We'll have another one next week. So
yeah,
we'll have our hands full.
Yeah, that'll be fun. You have the opportunity to do some traveling and play in these eastern schools. What's that like for you? Because going over for a roadie over at Cedar Rapids next week.
Yeah, an unfamiliar opponent. We played a couple of them last year in the semis and quarters and semis last year, and you don't see a whole lot of that. So, the state's always kind of divided it. Now we're going east, and haven't seen a whole lot. Obviously, we've seen them on film in the past, but they're a good football team, a perennial playoff team, just like these guys were. Playoff team last year, and so hard-nosed, physical game. We'll get on the film tomorrow and hopefully put a plan together and go see what happens.
Coach Zelenovich, we appreciate it. That's going to do it right here. Send it back to you guys in the studio.
Tonight, big shout out to Brad Rose and company for letting us keep the lights on out here. We get to the action. Des Moines North taking on Roosevelt over at Drake Stadium, and a great crowd on hand. Roosevelt's Russell Lamar, big gain here, finds a hole, sheds a tackle or two, finally brought down there. Then Lamar from the 7 for the score, or stop for a big loss first. Gets hit in the backfield by those polar bears, but Roosevelt would not be denied the end zone here. He keeps it, goes right up the gut, dives in. Roosevelt wins it big, 40-0 tonight over Des Moines North. All right, don't go anywhere. We're going to give you a closer look at one of the top teams in Class 4A this year, the Indianola Indians. We're going to have to find a way to bounce back after tonight. All righty, play candidate number 3 coming to you from Van Meter, and their win against Nodaway Valley. Cannot get enough of the hook and ladder to the big man, hands and wheels. Gannon Archer, the perfect lateral to Casey Trudeau. Looked like a wide receiver out there. It's worth one more look if we've got it. Casey Trudeau, just a stud here. Taking it, hook, ladder, see you later. House call for 6. And Van Meter wins big, still unbeaten in Class 1A, still the team to beat in Class 1A as well. All righty, welcome back in. Now we've seen it so far. Indianola looks to be the real deal. Tonight might have been a little bit of a setback against Norwalk, but as Colin Cahill explains, they've got a 3-headed monster every team in 4A should be worried about.
The Indians are off to one of its best starts this century. 5 straight wins to start the season, thanks to a high-powered offense.
We got the guys here. Okay, talk's talk. Okay, let's walk the walk.
The Indians have been doing more than just walking. They ran to 5 victories to start the season, outscoring opponents 215 to 75.
Being able to score 43 points a game on average, that really helps. A defensive coordinator, a head coach, helps you sleep easier.
First-year starting quarterback Bennett Brick has looked sharp during the first half of the season, throwing for over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns, with just 2 INTs.
Seeing him the first game he came in, he was cool, he was calm, but every week he just seems to get better. And
his favorite target, a 6'4" wide receiver who didn't play football last season.
It just kind of killed me, like seeing everyone out there playing, scoring touchdowns, and I'm just in the stands watching. It just really made me want to come out.
Kingery leads the team with 7 touchdown catches. Then there's the last part of the 3-headed monster. Running back Cale Kolarik. He's tacked on 7 touchdowns, but his biggest impact might be on the other side of the ball.
I've gotten to sit behind some pretty good safeties in the past, so it's kind of nice to have that knowledge and just working my game on defense. And I've grown to love defense too, so it's a lot of fun.
You'd rather be tackling somebody than getting tackled, I'm assuming?
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I'll tell you what, yeah.
One thing is clear. If Indianola is going to chase down a state title in 4A, the 3-headed monster of Kolarik, Brick, and Kingery will have to be at their best the rest of the year.
Obviously, again, a tough loss tonight against Norwalk for Indianola, but I'm confident that they'll bounce back the right way. And another reminder, you can go and vote for our game of the week for week 7 right now, or you can wait till the commercial break. WeAreIowa.com, or pull up your app and get to voting. Centennial versus Waukee Northwest, a great showdown. Both these schools have been part of a split. We'll see how that shakes out next week. Then you got Lennox versus Martinsdale St. Mary's in an 8-player showdown. Lennox looking like they could be a team to beat in 8-player. Then you got Pocahontas area versus Southeast Valley. Southeast Valley, one of the state's top recruits on the line, and they're a really, really good football team. Both of these two are combined 9-1 on the year. Then lastly, you got Harlan versus ADM in Class 3A. Harlan, the perennial power, visiting the Tigers. And of course, Tigers were part of that game against Winterset for our game of the week just a few weeks ago. Again, go to WeAreIowa.com. You can start voting right this instant. Polls will be open until next Thursday, and we'll see how it all shakes out for our game of the week in week 7. With that, we'll be right back here on the Friday Night Blitz. One last highlight to get to tonight. We cap it off with North Polk hosting Humboldt. Humboldt up 28-7, and Caden Matson decides to keep it himself. Sheds a few tackles for the nice gain, then steps out of bounds right there. That set up Trevor Beach with a 42-yard field goal, puts it through the uprights as time expires. Humboldt up 31-7. Second half, Bryce Aspengren trying to find Nick Cox, but Nolan Lammers smokes him. That hit is going to leave a mark. That's a tough one there. Brady Miller then taking the handoff, though, for the touchdown. He goes, I got you. I got you, Nick Cox. We got the touchdown. The Comets decide to go for two. Austin Parkins going to bring it in. 31-15 Humboldt after the two-point conversion converts. All righty, Tanner McKimmey taking the handoff in for the score. Beach would tack on the PAT, make it 38-15. Humboldt rolling by the Comets tonight, 52-31. Good game out of there. All right, time now for our play of the week, presented to you by Wyckoff Heating and Cooling. Big shout out to them for sponsoring the play of the week. And you saw it just a little bit ago, the hook and ladder cannot get enough because Casey Trudeau just showing off the speed, but a perfect lateral from Gannon Archer. You got to know Coach Trudeau loved calling this play too, because who doesn't love a good hook and ladder? Again, Van Meter winning it big tonight against Nodaway Valley. Then that also takes us into our game ball presented to you by Fairway tonight. And this one is going to go to the guys hosting us right back here, the Valley Tigers, and for good reason. Get this, 17 seconds left. They were down 4. They complete the pass to Eli Raridan for the game-winning touchdown over Ankeny, upsetting number 1 Ankeny. The Valley Tigers with a much-needed win against the Hawks. They get it. Eli Raridan delivers. Should have heard the crowd back here. From what I can understand, it was a bit bananas, but for good reason. Valley Tigers, you get our game ball. Coach Swenson will get it your way here in just a bit. All righty, time now to check in with social media one more time tonight. Let's see what we've got for you. See if we can pull that up. Des Moines North High School, North versus TRHS. Beautiful evening. Again, beautiful sky out there. Drake Stadium just looking gorgeous. And all those fans packing in for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, supporting them in their big win over North High. And then let's go on to the next one here. We have Cody Goodwin of the Register. What up, Cody? Great picture there from Southeast Polk. He's been following the Rams all season. Good win for the Rams over Linn-Mar. Another gorgeous sky there. Cody, more of a wrestling guy, but he can cover football just as well. Up next, let's find out. We got one more here for you. It's Jeremy, Iowa radio guy. Fantastic game tonight. Down goes number 1 Valley, topping the Hawks 38-35. Again, Coach Swenson will get you that game ball presented to you by Fairway. Coming up here on the Friday Night Blitz, we still got to look at Dome Dynasty, a look back at a big win for Southeast Polk over Waterloo West last week, and we'll take you behind the scenes from Dave Bingham. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. Obviously, we always appreciate you who stay up late for the Friday Night Blitz, and we've got a treat for you here with Dome Dynasty as we look back on Southeast Polk's win over Waterloo West a week ago.
Set, hit! Get here, hit! Good, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get it flowing now, get it flowing, here we go. Set, hit! Get here, hit! Finish, partner up, let's go. Hey, just save that last step, right? Just get going right now, then come on.
Daly wants to pass. Right side to Sam Good. Sheds a tackle, plows over another one. He's forced out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Daly again to Christensen. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage, but he dives forward. Second effort might have got him in. Yes, it does. Titus Christensen. Gardner back to pass. Fires deep. Oh, Elliott almost had it, but that ball was blasted out of his hands, incomplete.
Kier White, let's play football.
Gardner gives to Fay, who's wrapped up by Woods in the backfield. Gardner, quick pass, right side. Picked off Andrew Reed, and he walks in for the touchdown. Guerrier the carry, but he fumbles, and it looks like McCrory's on it for the Rams. 3rd down and 2 at the 47. Give is to Christensen, left side. Nice move, makes a cut down the sideline. Big yardage for Christensen. It's a foot race to the end zone, a race that he wins. 47-yard touchdown scamper by Titus Christensen. 35 seconds to go here in the half. Daly rolling left, looking, firing, end zone, Falloon, touchdown! On the run, Daly fires a strike right in the hands of Cole Falloon, and the Rams score again. Daly looks over the defense, straight back to pass. Pumps, fakes, fires deep, end zone, Falloon, touchdown! Once again, Daly hooks up with Falloon for the Rams score. With Daly. Gibbs Bongi, right side, nice blocking, big hole, uses his speed, still on his feet, shedding tacklers, he's gonna go all the way. Yanusi Chabongi. That'll do it on homecoming night here for Southeast Polk. They win it big, 49-7 over Waterloo West tonight.
Another great Dome Dynasty there. Excited to see what Dave and the Dome Dynasty crew bring up for next week on looking back in tonight's game against Linn-Mar. Still to come on the Friday Night Blitz. Well, we'll wrap things up and get you ready for Week 7 when we come back. So welcome back in the Friday Night Blitz, wrapping up week 6. Here's what we know. Class 5A is open for the taking. Tonight, number 1 Ankeny falls to West Des Moines Valley. It's anyone's game right now. Anyone can go win it. It just all depends on who shows up at the right time. Class 4A, the same thing. Indianola falls to Norwalk. Norwalk, a very good football team. That's going to be fun to see, watch it all shake out. I think Class 1A, you got the Van Meter Bulldogs, who are the top dog in that class, and no one's really shown any ability to keep pace with them. I think they've got to be your front runner in Class 1A. A-player Montezuma looks to be the team to beat as well. A lot of exciting football still to get through over the next few weeks of the regular season. Looking forward to it. We got you covered here on the Friday Night Blitz. We'll see you next week.